Hello and welcome back to Cities Skylines once again. Oh, the music kicks right in. Okay, so we are back here in Wintervale, and like I said last time, I was going to let the game run for a little bit so we can get some money, and things have changed a little bit. I started putting in these heating pipes here. Bam, there we go. And I started upgrading the pipes here for the city so people can actually warm themselves up with water, hot water. They can just take nice hot showers, and then they don't have to be cold anymore, which is pretty fantastic. We also did a couple other minor changes in the meantime, just to kind of keep the city going, because I needed to keep the city going while I was waiting for us to get some money so we can actually upgrade some stuff like we are now. Because look, we are just burning through this money. We were over 100,000 at one point, but now we are, man, we are below 80,000 just about. These pipes cost a lot, and we saved up quite a bit, so I think we should be fine. Perfect. Okay, I think that is everything, I believe. There's been a couple employment shortages, I guess you can say, so we're gonna have to build some more residential here as well. I'm just making sure I've got everything. We're not gonna upgrade these just to save some money. Okay, the next thing we need to do, I know the game is paused, but next thing we're going to do is build one of these, a geothermal heating plant or a boiler station. Now this has some pollution and some noise pollution, and this has no pollution and some more noise pollution. I think it has more. No, about the same. This is a little bit less upkeep a week, and it produces 80 and this produces 120, so I think we're going to go with the geothermal heating plant. While using geothermal energy is not as effective as fossil fuels, it is very safe for the environment. The geothermal heating plant pumps heat from deep within the earth to distribute it to the citizens. Make sure the building is connected to upgraded water pipes so it can distribute heating to buildings. We're going to build this thing. Wow, this thing is really big. Okay, we're going to put it on this road here, I think, next to all the industry, I think. We'll put it here, and I think we have to hook it up somehow. Okay, we have to hook it up like this. Okay, perfect. And I think we should be fine on water and everything else for the meantime. Okay, we are. So everybody should be fine, I hope. All these people are wanting hot water, and they're going to get it here in a second. Just make sure we have residential being built. What we can do, we can spruce up this area a bit with some residential. Just kind of pile them in. They're going to live kind of right next to the high school and stuff, because we did put in a high school in the meantime, and they'll live next to the cemetery, just so we have a little bit more residential moving in. So I think we should be good. Okay, now we can start the game and see what happens. We'll put it on full speed. Okay, everything's going groovy so far. Perfect. Electricity seems to be going fine. We are still just a couple people without jobs over here. They need people to work there, and it's just not working out for them in that sense. Okay, how are we doing on garbage? We may need another landfill, so we're going to go ahead and do that just right now, which is going to be nice. Maybe some people can work at the landfill. I'm not sure. Look, now the landfill has 2 dumps, and the snowmen have 2 dumps too. And of course, this is old Joe's home after he did his crazy forklift move at, well, the would-be factory that would still be here. It vanished because of the worker shortage, which is unfortunate. We're going to go ahead and demolish these buildings because they're no use to us at the moment. And I think we should be good. Our demand for industry has gone down. Now, this happens to me a couple times throughout playing Cities Skylines. I almost called this game SimCity. Holy shit, that would have been a mistake. This game, I mean, I don't know if you've played the last SimCity that recently came out. I think it's the last one to ever come out. But holy shit, it was, I mean, this game right here is probably the best city building game ever. Ever. I mean, it definitely is. It is so good. It's such a good game. Okay, we made a district here called Snowy Way. And I know there are some things we can do with the district. New policies and stuff. Default style. I don't know what that means. No active styles. Oh, okay. So I guess we can give it styles eventually. Okay, so this is new down here. This is all new to me. There's a schools out, which I'm not sure what that is. The citizens will prefer working over education, and only a small portion of the eligible citizens will go to study in the university. Okay, that's interesting. Harsh prison sentences. It doesn't exactly tell me what it is. Extra insulation. Buildings require less energy for heating, thanks to the extra insulation layer in their walls and roofs, but produce less tax income because of the higher construction and maintenance costs. Okay, do we want to do that? I don't know if we do. We want taxes to be pretty high. We want to get some money. No electricity for heat. I guess that's pretty self-explanatory, and only electricity for heat. I think we're fine for now. We can mess with those a little bit later. So I think we should be good. Okay. I think we are, well, we've dipped down a little bit. We're making 1,600 an hour now. But I think besides that, we should be good. How we're doing on our cemetery here? Good? Okay. We do not have the Crematorium open. I actually downloaded a couple unique, well, modded buildings, I guess. There's a crematorium here. It's a large advanced one. It seems pretty cool. It's quite expensive. More expensive than the regular in-game one. Okay, so we're doing okay on fire, I guess. We could do with having a big old fire station, and we'll put one in as soon as we can. We're fine on crime. Okay. High school. High school availability. Eligible 272. I don't know why these people are not going to school. I don't understand it at all. We have a capacity of 1,000, but there's only about 279 going. Okay, well the capacity for elementary school is a bit much, but we'll worry about that some other time. Do we have a bus depot unlocked? We do. Okay, that is probably our next thing we want to build. Is we want to build a bus depot. And maybe we want to build a taxi depot as well. Okay, so we're going to have to save up some money. I believe we paid off all of our loans, so we don't necessarily have to worry about, there we go. We don't have to worry about any money being lost by paying off a loan. We'll let the game speed up a little bit here. Ah, this is great. Let's double check our power and our water, our heating. Perfect. Okay, I like to double check things just to make sure. How are we doing for our snow dumps? Are they hauling in what we need? What is this? Okay, this must be a roundabout or something I downloaded. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Snow dump. Are they doing okay? It doesn't exactly say. Huh, okay, that's weird. It doesn't exactly say how full they are and everything when you hover over them like that. I think in the meantime, while we get some money, we could think about putting some more parks in somewhere. There's some nice stuff here. Maybe we can put in some parking lots. I have a parking lot somewhere. A 2x4 parking lot, which is pretty nice. We can put it right in here. It'll make some people happy. We'll put it right here on the corner. Or we can put it, I don't know, should we put it next to the high school? I think we should. We should have some parking lots next to the high school. How about that? That way people who drive to high school have a place to park, which is pretty nice. And then these people here can live right on the corner. This is quite a busy area, to be honest. It really is. Oh, look at that donut truck. It went by like crazy. Alright. Their house must suck. I mean, they live right next to the high school in this busy intersection here. That's crazy. We finally have enough money for a bus depot. And we're going to have to build a little area for the bus depot. Where should we put this? Where should we put this bus depot? I'm not exactly sure. What I was noticing last time is I could probably fit some more commercial right here, which we are in a bit of a demand for, so we're going to go ahead and do so. Put it right here, and I'm not going to put much on this road because I want to save up from traffic being just bombarding the roundabout, which will eventually change. We'll change the roundabout eventually to have a nice 6-lane bus lane with roads. That way it helps with traffic a bit, because this roundabout is pretty good for early game, but as you go on, it gets clogged up a bit with all of the industry and such. How are we doing with tiles? Okay. What I want to do is I want to buy this tile next in the top right corner. So we have this island. And then from there on out, I think I want to come over and buy this area down here to the left. And I think we should be good because it looks like a nice flat area, which is pretty good with a lot of highway connections. And we do have a train yard connection over here. See, this is going to be our main city here on this one big island. It's going to be nice. We're probably going to move industry to take up this whole side part of the island past the train yard. That way We can have train yards littered across, which will be nice, and the rest of this can be commercial and residential. And I think we should be fine. We're not too demanding on industry at the moment, but it seems that people are actually coming in. We're gonna have to build some residential. We have enough for a bus depot, and I got sidetracked again trying to figure out how I'm going to build this bus depot. I know we're gonna have a big 6-lane road come in here, so I think what we can do, let's slow down the game a bit. I just want to make sure we don't get ahead of ourselves here. We're gonna have something I like to call a nice half-about. I don't know why, but I like to have a kind of nice little half roundabout. I think right there is good. And this is where I like to localize the bus station to be, because I like to have at least 3 different stops here. And I think if we can have the bus station right across from it. We're gonna crush some people, but that's going to be fine. We can put it on this side, I think. That might be better. Or we can actually, well, we're gonna have to move it eventually. I'm just trying to plan ahead. We'll put it right here, and that should be fine. And now we can start working on some lines here. Okay, not the kind of lines you're thinking of. We're gonna go ahead and make our residential line first. So in order to do that, we're gonna have a stop here, here. We're just gonna have stops along the residential area, so they pick up people. We'll have it come across here. We won't come down their streets exactly. Let's see. Well, how do we want to have this? I think like this and like this. And I think that is all of the residential. I think there's some in here, which is good. And we'll have it come back on itself like this, and then we'll connect it up like that. Perfect. Okay, now we can get into naming it. Where are we? There we go. We'll click on it. I usually like to make these lines green. We'll have to pause it here for a second. I like to make it green for residential, that way we know. And we'll call this the Polar Express, I guess. We're gonna call everything the Polar Express, I think. Line activity, day and night, that's fine for me. Okay, we can let the game keep on going. So that's our residential line. You can see our green buses have come out. This is going to get fairly busy. I think the residential line gets the busiest. So we'll actually move this to about here, I think, which is fine. This is going to be kind of the main hub where everybody links up, which is going to be nice because people can take the residential Polar Express line to another line, such as the commercial line, which I'm going to make next, which is just going to go through the commercial area. Nothing too serious. It's going to come back on itself if we do that, so I'll take that off. We'll make it come right about here, I think. No, we'll do it right here. The city's kind of built in a weird way right now for bus stops, so we'll just have it come back on itself like this. It's not going to be a very long line. Ah, shit. What did I do? Okay, we're going to have to drag it back. There we go. Okay, we're fine. So we're going to have to modify the line again. I didn't know. This is much easier just to do it like this. We'll pause it so I can modify it so the bus isn't getting too far ahead of me. Okay, we'll call this Commercial Way. How about that? Even if I'm spelling commercial right, I'm probably not because I'm stupid. Let's see if I am. I think I am. I don't know. Okay, Commercial Way. Am I spelling commercial right? I think I am. We'll just go with I am. I may be just entirely stupid. Okay, now all we need is the industry line, which is going to be, you guessed it, yellow. We'll have it yellow. We'll have it come up and down this road here. We'll do that. We'll have it come up here, and just to plan ahead right here. And then it'll come back on itself, like so. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and bring up the line again. We're going to have to make it yellow, so we know which line it is. It makes it a lot easier to tell which line it is and everything. Okay. Factory line, I guess we'll call it. If you have any ideas for names for lines, let me know. I'll rename them. I'm just not thinking too clearly right now about names. I just want to get things set up. So we have a nice 3 different bus line route that we have going throughout the city, which is pretty nice. And this is like our main hub where everybody kind of links up. They can take the residential line to the hub and then get off to the commercial if they want to go around commercial, or get off to the industry if they want to try and go to work.